Wall types in residential buildings Australia focused. Hi everyone. Welcome to this video. Today you'll learn about different types of walls used in residential buildings in Australia. In our previous videos, we talked about the roofed truss system and the components of stud walls. Now, let's look at how walls are constructed and finished, especially in timber framed houses. If a stud wall is covered with horizontal weatherboards, it's called a stud wall with weatherboard cladding. These weatherboards are usually timber or fiber cement, and they are often painted to create a beautiful and protective folly, according to a 1680 for residential timber-framed construction. These walls must be properly braced and protected with wall wrap or sarking underneath as per as NCS for 1000 and 200.1 to control moisture. Another option is covering the stud wall with cement sheeting. These are fiber cement panels that can be nailed or screwed into the studs and noggings. This type of wall is commonly used in bushfire-prone areas as it performs better under heat. To meet safety standards, it must comply with IS 3959 construction in bushfire-prone areas, especially in higher BAL-rated zones. Walls can also be built from bricks. In these cases, the roof trusses and girders rest directly on the masonry wall. A single brick wall has one leaf of brickwork, while a double brick wall or cavity brick wall has 10 layers with a gap in between. This cavity improves moisture drainage and insulation, in line with IS 3700 masonry structures. A popular option in residential construction is the brick veneer wall. It has a timber stud wall on the inside that carries the load, and a non-load brine outer brick layer that creates the external appearance. These two layers are separated by a cavity to improve thermal and moisture control. The brick layer is tied back to the frame using wall ties, following as for 1773 point to masonry in small buildings. In brick veneer or double brick walls, an air gap is placed between the inner and outer layers. This gap allows moisture to drain and also acts as a thermal break to help insulate the home. This setup is important for meeting energy efficiency requirements under the NCC National Construction Code Part 3.12. Now, let's talk about articulated walls. If a brick veneer wall has vertical joints, it can prevent cracks from forming when the building settles. These are called control joints, and they're essential when using materials that expand or shrink with temperature and moisture. For brick and block walls, articulation joints must be included according to IS 3700, especially on longer walls or where there's a change in foundation or structure. If the wall is built with masonry units like blocks or bricks, these joints help manage movement and prevent cracking. This is especially important on reactive soils, where the ground can expand and contract with moisture. In such areas, the foundation and wall design should also follow IS 2870 residential slabs and footings. Don't forget that in termite-prone areas, which are common across many parts of Australia, walls must include termite barriers as per the NCC Part 3. 1.4 as 3660.1. These can be physical or chemical systems that prevent termites from getting into timber framing. And finally, every wall needs to be thermally insulated. In Australia, this means meeting minimum R values for walls under NCC energy efficiency rules. Insulation bats, for example, are commonly installed between studs to keep homes warm in winter and cool in summer. Summary. So in this video, we covered several wall types used in Australian residential construction. Stud walls with weatherboard or cement sheeting, brick or single, double, and veneer, articulated masonry walls, air gaps for insulation and moisture, code requirements for bushfires, as 1680 for timber framing, as 3959 bushfire-prone construction, as 3700 masonry design, as for 1773 masonry veneer, as 2870 footings, has 3,660 termite protection. With this, I hope you've learned about the different wall systems for residential timber buildings in Australia. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I wish you the best of luck and look forward to seeing you again. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more helpful content.